Hi everybody, welcome to Paper Wishes Weekly Webisodes. I'm Lene Gehrig, and today from our friends at Prima, I have a fantastic collection. This is the Bohemian Heart Collection. It comes with a 6x6 paper pad, ephemera, adorable little flowers, and little crystals. And you guys, together they make cards like this one. And this is going to be our giveaway card for this episode, so stick around and later I'll tell you how one lucky viewer can win this one to keep or share with a friend. So come play with us. All right, let's take a look at what's in this little 6x6 paper pack. You're getting 26 sheets and then 6 double-sided designs, 4 sheets each, and 2 cutout sheets. So let's start with the cutout sheets in the very back. Okay, some really beautiful art. I love the houses. Look at that. It's gorgeous. Those are so fun to cut out. I like to cut these out using these tiny little scissors. The right tool makes it so much easier. All right, and let's take a look at these beautiful papers. This is great. This one I'm using in a card at the end, so stay tuned. We're going to build that one together. And I'm going to try to skip. Here we go. This, I just love this border. It's got all these gorgeous flowers in blues and taupe and tan and a little bit of sort of a mauve color. Absolutely gorgeous. And here we've got that mansion sitting right up in that grouping of flowers. Gorgeous. A lot of mauve and blue here. Right, and okay, I should be showing you the backs of these as well. They are double-sided. So this one, kind of a all over, and then that one is just gorgeous. And let's see what's on the back of this one. Yeah, it's kind of a blue wood panel, like a stencil. All right, so you've got this one is gorgeous, and on the back you've got this. And then look at this with this wreath, and on the back of it is this gorgeous floral. Okay, and then on this one is a fantastic plaid, and then on the back, this beautiful, if we can zoom in a little bit on this one, it's like macrame tapestry going on. And I used this on a card, so I'm going to show you what I did with it. Let me see, I think that's the last one. Yes, all right. Let's also take a look at this ephemera. So there are 56 pieces here, and you're getting lots of, there's doubles of each. You're getting lots of these macrame wall hangings. That. And then we've got baskets of flowers, architecture, like a beautiful cake, a little jewelry box. Kind of has a little wedding theme here going, but not, I mean, I didn't do any wedding card using it. Beautiful horses, lanterns, full letter, cowboy, beautiful flowers. This hat is gorgeous. And then we've got lanterns. Yeah, beautiful. All right, so let's take a look at this first card. So this is a 6.5 by 5 inch card, and then since the paper was 6 by 6, I just took this one and I just glued it here and left a border. And then I used a lot of, this is the only ink I used throughout the whole collection, was Velvet Fawn. It's just a really nice taupey color. And I did that, inking that using my little applicator tool on the edges and then the edges of the paper. And then I just freehand cut some tags out of some scraps that I had left over. So basically just took a rectangle and then cut the corners off of them. And I did that with the plaid and then some of that leftover blue wood, kind of stenciled wood, and overlapped those on the top. And once I had that done, I could take one of the ephemera houses and I foam taped that there. And then all these little like leaves and berries and things, that comes from Tiny Flowers and Leaves #2, and I used this one right here. And then I die cut olive suede paper, and if you're not familiar with this, it's beautiful like fabric suede on one side and paper on the other, and it die cuts beautifully. And so then I just cut those little branches apart and then glued those down and then just made little clusters of those flowers. And then the flowers have white, blue, mauve, and sort of a peachy color. So they kind of are really close in color. So I took some white and blue flowers and I just put them into clusters. There's a cluster of 3, 2, but then another one here. I like to use odd numbers. So we've got 3, 3, and then 3. And then I also added some jute twine. And I just took some natural jute twine from our jute twine collection. And I just tied 2 bows. And I put one here and then just sort of tucked it and glued it. And then this one, I just folded that bow in half and I just tucked that right down there. And then these little things right here are actual cutouts from the back. It says beautiful family. Find those, here we go. So that beautiful and then family. This one I just cut out, and this one I cut out sort of as much around the white as I could, and then I just tore it. And then don't forget to use that ink on both of those. And then glued this one, foam taped this one. Then I got to play with those little crystals and I thought, you know what, I really wanted to play up that green that was in the background, so I just used the green ones. And those are self-adhesive, so they just stuck right on there. And this is our giveaway card. So how that works is, at the end of the video, you'll see a little card, a little end card, and it shows you all the instructions on how to participate. But basically, we are trying to promote our Paper Wishes YouTube channel. So if you are watching us on our YouTube channel, hello, or you might be watching us on our Paper Wishes webisode page from our website. So if that's the case, then right below the video on our Paper Wishes page, there's a little YouTube icon, and you can click on that, and that'll take you right over to the YouTube channel. And then you need to subscribe, like, and comment on this episode, and then we will wait about a week, and then we will reply to one of you and tell you you're the winner and give you instructions on how to claim your card. So this is the one we'll be sending that lucky winner. Make sure you read those instructions at the end. All right, for this next card, also 6.5 by 5.5, 6.5 by 5 inches. And for this one, I used this border of beautiful macrame wall hangings. And what I did was I took the back of it, so I'm only using this top part, so like this portion of it, okay? So there's still some left down here, and the back of that is this plaid. So I took that plaid, just cut little strips of it, glued it on the side, inked that with that velvet fawn, also inked the edges of this piece right here. Of course, I cut that off. And then I got to start building this up. So I use our Pearl and Pastel Fancy Border Dazzle stickers, which I forgot to grab, but it's a nice little peachy color, and I'll link those down below the video. And then I also use the Pearl and Pastel Script Greeting Dazzle stickers, and yeah, they're beautiful. And this one's sort of a iris purpley color, Sending Hugs. And then within that were some little purple hearts. So I added that as well. Then this piece right here, it has a couple little places to evacuate. Push those out. Then I inked all the edges with that velvet fawn. I put some foam tape. Don't forget about our giant wheel of foam tape, you guys. It's 150 feet or 50 yards for about 20 bucks, and it is a great deal. It'll last you a super long time. And I just foam taped that right there, and then added some peach and mauve flowers. I just glued those down, and for that I just used Cosmic Shimmer Specialist acrylic glue. You could use hot glue as well. And then I added the white crystals right here. This is a really quick and easy card to put together. So I love that. I love one that looks like, oh, a little more complicated than it is. Very simple. All right, this next one is a 6 by 6 card. And for this I used this beautiful wreath. Of course, I cut this part off right here, that little hanging part, and we just glued it right over that 6 by 6 card. It was a perfect fit. Don't forget to ink those edges. And then I used from that same Fancy Border Dazzles pack, which I forgot to grab, are these gold borders right there. And then you guys, I have this cute little bird cage. And for that, I used gold cardstock and these bird cages cutting dies from Paper Wishes hot off the press. And then also there's this little bird on a branch, and he's kind of back right in there, okay? So I used pastel cardstock for that. And basically I die cut it twice. I die cut it once from tan, and then just did a little ink on the edges, little, I think it's khaki green ink on the tan one, and then I die cut it from blue, and then I just cut the bird out and glued that right over the branch, and then I glued the branch behind the gold die cut bird cage, and I think that just looks really elegant with that bird cage. I glued that to the center of the wreath, and then after that I used that same tan pastel cardstock and went back to my favorite branch right there and die cut that from tan, and then just put little clusters of the branches and the flowers, and I used the mauve, the peach, and the blue here, and that blue is so light that it kind of reads as white, but it is blue. And then added crystals. I wanted to pick up that blue, so just added some sparkly crystals. And then the little greeting here is from Tiny Words and Phrases Dazzle stickers. I use these gold ones to say just a note, playing off of the little bird. And this collection has all these colors in it. And this is one of my favorite collections. I use these a lot because sometimes everything works together and you just want to add just a tiny little greeting right there. If you use something bigger, it might throw everything off. So that's what I did. All right, so for this last one, you guys, we're going to take some elements and build a card. So I've got all of my stuff ready here. So this is this great paper with this house here, and then you've got this great corner piece right here. And I'm just taking my card, and this is a 6.5 by 5 inch card. And I just took this paper, which has the wreath on the back, and I just glued it just like this. So first of all, ink those edges, okay, and then glue that down, and then just trim it even with that top edge where the fold is, and then ink all the way around it, okay? I think that the inking really adds to the look of this whole collection because there's so much of this color in the collection. So really playing up on that. All right, and then, so to cut this out, this is what I did. Cut it like that. That looks like it would take a while. It did not. It was so simple. So the first thing you're gonna do is take this, you're gonna use your bigger scissors, and you're just gonna cut this off. And that's true of all of them, this little hanging piece. All right, so then we're gonna return to our little scissors. And then I just started up here in the corner, okay? And you can see in the corner, there's a little fern right there. We're just going to cut like this. And then there's a little, like a feather. And then we're going to kind of cut around the feather. And then I notice I'm not moving the scissors. I'm just moving the paper, which makes it so much easier. And then you're just sort of, I always think I'm like steering. I'm like steering the paper like this. And you're just kind of going around these elements. I'm not cutting close to them. I'm really just getting the shape. And then here are these little lanterns that are hanging down. So you get the idea. Just going like that. All right, so when that's done, inking the edges of that and using this applicator tool and really getting that ink on there makes a really big difference. And then I had a scrap left over of this paper. That's that wood grain that was on the very back. So that's the thing about these papers. Use your scraps. So it's this one right here. And that's on the back of, well, it's on the back of this exact paper. Yeah, there it is. So basically it's the part with the house on it, and I just tore some, just like that. And then I went ahead and put my Dazzle sticker there. just to save a little time. And then we're going to take our glue. And of course, after tearing that, I went ahead and inked that. Just like that. All right, and then this piece, I put a lot of foam tape on the back of it because we're just going to give that a little lift. Because I want it to really stand out. I don't want it to look like this. I think if you just took this and cut it out and then glued it back on another background, it would just look like this background. What would be the point of that? So we want to give that some reason for doing that, and the reason is we're going to give it a lift. All right, now I'm just going to align the right edge and the top. There we go. That works. And then this is a piece of ephemera, that letter, and I just put one of those little friend words on there. That's foam taped as well. This is going to go right there. We're going to overlap. Okay, do you see how it's coming together? It's just, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces and a couple of word stickers. And then we've got our little flowers. And these are both white and blue. No, actually, these are all white. As I said, that's such a close color. We're just going to take these and we're just going to put some of them up here to give some dimension to what's happening on this background piece. Another one right there. All right, that's it. That was an easy card to do. And there we go. So let's take a look at all these, you guys. I love this collection. I think it's fun to work with. The colors all work together. You can't make a mistake using it. You could just take the background papers and you could just glue them on a card and add a greeting and you're done. But it's really fun to layer them like this. So definitely check out that Money Saver. It's right there on the right-hand side. And don't forget, if you're watching us on YouTube, just look below in the description box below the video, and you'll see a link that'll take you to this Paper Wishes webisode page, and that's where you're going to find this great deal on the Money Saver on this collection and full color pictures of all of these cards. And if you click on each one of the cards, it'll give you a whole supply list of everything that we used on each one. Thanks for joining me today, you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.